we get to take some more combat shit draws in our game of Gettysburg. Like the little Zouaves they have there. They had Zouaves on both sides. I don't know if they were just mostly Union or what, but maybe they had Zouaves on both sides. Let's go ahead and continue with chit draw. I don't know how many more. Not many chits left in here. Maybe 2 or 3. Winding down the late morning turn. The next chit to be drawn will be, and we have to see if we have any residual combats going on here. I don't see anything residual yet. Let's see here. Nope, he's in the woods. That counts him out. Well, everybody else seems to be wooded. Oh, he's in the clear there, though, but he's above them. He's in higher elevation. All right, next command chit will be a Union. So the turn will be over here to the Union turn. There you go. And specifically, it is 2nd Corps. 2nd Corps has yet to move, and they are up here. Do they deal with the threat, or do they start moving north? Putting the pressure on what's left of the rebel forces. Let's see what we got here on a die roll. 2nd Corps writing down this game. 6 translates into 10 movement points on a 6 die roll. Our boys, 2nd Corps, see what to do. We'll be right back. All right, then. 2nd Corps taking advantage of their massive movement allowance. They're coming up around this area, and we swung them on down here to where we see the Confederates are pulling on up. So, unfortunately for the Confederates, great die roll for 2nd Corps. I mean, that's exactly what we needed them right there. So, yeah, it all depends on who moves and what their movement distance is. And 2nd Corps is definitely coming through at a key moment when Confederates are getting ready to turn their flank. So we'll see what's up. That was a great move. A good die roll. Great draw for the Union. We'll see who goes next. We got another couple in there, I guess. Let's see here. And we didn't... Oh, we did move this old boy next to him. He is adjacent, but we are in the woods, which allows us to be adjacent without mandatory combats. All right, the pendulum swings back to the Confederate side. And we will see who it is and how much they can move. Confederates still have Pickett. And Pickett's holding on to their nice little victory point hex. We'll see if he wants to do anything, maneuver, or just stay put, dig in. Pickett will be working with one. Pickett not coming through. 4 movement points for Pickett. He can't have no combat. They've already had their combat, so see what we want to do with these 3 units for Pickett. See how they want to deal with the Union. Be right back. All right, there you go. Don't know what we're going to do about Pickett, but I just wanted to make a mention about the old 2nd Corps. They must have double time, triple time, or outright ran. And in my game, that would have had an effect on them, and their effectiveness would probably be flipped over. Reduced strength after all that exertion up for those hills and everything. But in this game, they're still fresh and ready to fight full strength. But, yeah, it is what it is. Back to Pickett. I take a little break here. I know I just started, but we have stuff going on, and we come back. Forgot Pickett's moves. Back from a quick dog walk before it rains. And that's why I've actually had time to play here now, is because our job got canceled because of imminent incoming rain. Well, it didn't rain in the South today. That's the only thing about the chip seal is, we didn't even get rained out. It was just the rain that was coming today and tonight. We didn't want that all that water and moisture on the fresh chits and fresh oil. It might have washed it off and made the job we did today for nothing. So we have a rain day. We're ready to make another chit draw. And like I said, it's a game of how good your command die roll was. 2nd Corps. Knock it out of the park. Like I said, they pretty well had a double time or something to get down there, but they've swung down there successfully. That definitely changes that situation. Who is next? I think I feel 2 more chits, and that'll be it for the late morning turn. Goes to the Union on turn 13. And specifically, Oh, the boys have been waiting for. Here you go. Around here now. They just got moved because of their Warren shit. Warren command marker. Now this will be their regular marker, so they will get an extra bonus move this turn. They could have had combat too, but they've already used up their combat marker. 2, not good. Not good. It only turns into 4 movement points, so there you go. Some leaders get their troops going, and others don't. Specifically, all right, what do we do with them? There's no threat here. We just have to maybe somehow swarm around and isolate that unit there, finish business, then head over here. We'll see if we want to leave that to, who would that be? 3rd Corps? Or if we want to help them out, or just start skedaddling, heading on up north. We'll be right back. The 6th Corps have moved. We're moving them off the hill. We're going to leave the 3rd Corps to deal. Oh, we still have another old boy out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move him. There you go. Leaving our victory point hexes ungarrisoned, but I think we'll be all right. As a matter of fact, we did leave somebody a little bit further. We could have got those 2 units further up north, but we left them back just in case somebody wanted to do something. But yeah, we're generally swinging our troops down here to meet this threat. Unfortunately for the rebels, we've got some good rolls, so we'll see how the battle develops. If it was me, yeah, I might be heading on back down this way to Hagerstown or whatever it is, across that river, heading back to Virginia. This game here, or this battle here, I mean, I guess score-wise are not doing bad, but it's not looking good. I think the worm has turned, as they say. We'll be back. Well, let's go ahead and get the last chit draw. Let's see, this is the last one. Let's see here. Nope, there's another one after this. So, second last chit draw will be a Confederate. Switch to turn over here. There you go. And while we still have some time, McLaw, his troops, are they the ones that are actually holding on? Yeah, there he is. What will he do? I think he's just going to stay put and hope for the better dig in, or get out some of those white towels. McLaw, if you can move, jumps on him. Oh, you don't really get your rolls worth on this. Ooh, 6 for McLaw. All right. That translates into only 8 as maximum, so you can't really get his troops going all as much as some of the other ones. Huh. All right, we'll see what we want to do with McLaw. Yeah, I mean, do you just sit there and... You got some good troops there. I'm afraid McLaw is just going to dig in. I don't think there's anything else we could do. He's way behind enemy lines, not in a good spot, but at least he's on a victory point hex, and we'll type a bunch of troops, I guess, trying to take it. We'll go back with the last shit, and it will stay in the Confederate purview, and we will have Rhodes. Rhodes' troops are... Oh, Rhodes, do you have any troops? Rhodes might be out of troops. Let's look over here. I'm not seeing... Oh, yeah, we do. These 3 in this on the line here. It's presumably a mixture. Early, Rhodes, and Rhodes. So he's only down to 2. Unless we can find anybody else around here. We got Rhodes 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing 3 brigades for Rhodes. With my unglassed, unspectacled eyes. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. Here we go. Rolling for Rhodes. Command capability, and it's a 3. Don't sound too good there, Rhodes. 6. He gets the 6s are wild on his little track, so let's see what we want to do with these boys here. And the closing turns, not looking good. Can the Confederates hold on to the lead? Units have turned sideways, have moved. We've basically just shifted. I want to get units over here ready for maybe an attack on the next turn. This is really our target. If we can get this one, hold these 3, kind of make this our line, turtle up, and see where the score lands, because I think we'd be doing pretty good. We just got to watch out for casualties. So that's a big part of the plan. Let's see, this will be the actual last chit. Oh, that was the last chit. All right, well, that is it. Wow. Okay, we are ready for a Ooh, let me move this over. Get everybody check out the situation. Grab the card. Retreat phase. Anybody that's in higher elevation adjacent to unit in the clear. It's big things to clear. And I don't see any of that going on here. All these units here are all in their higher elevation, but the unit that's the main deal is in the woods. Before I stumble over, I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, all right, let's see what we got here. Everybody here's around. I don't see anybody. Like I said, he's in the wheat field. Okay, wheat field we've already established is not clear terrain, so they can hide amongst the wheat. I guess we'd just be flooding that place with shot, but I guess that'll come up in the next turn on a combat. So there's no mandatory combat there. No mandatory combats here. He's in the woods. That negates the mandatory. Nobody else adjacent. He's adjacent, but he's higher. So there's no mandatory combat for him to attack him. No mandatory combat for him to attack him. So there you go. Retreat phase. Retreat phase only applies if you're in higher elevation than somebody that's in the clear. All right, like I said, we don't see that anywhere around here. Real quick, one last look. I think we're good. All right, so much for the retreat phase. Night phase, no. Game turn end phase. We'll move the turn marker over here to next turn. Combat marker will go over here for the Union. Combat marker for the Confederates. No combats have been taken. Now we're moving into the early afternoon. The Longstreet special command marker comes into play. And Lee comes into play. And so it might be time to pull out that Grand Battery. We kind of wanted to coordinate that with the Longstreet special command marker. And we're pretty sure that special command marker is going to let the Confederates be the first one to activate. Anybody within these 3 corps will be able to activate and have combat and all other good stuff. But then with the Grand Battery, so we'll have to figure out what we want to do, if we can even make a move for our Cemetery Hill spot. Let me do us the in-between turn homework, maintenance, turning all these over, artillery markers, command markers, and we'll get all set for a pivotal turn 14. Wow, great game. We'll see what's going on. Can the Confederates hang on? They have got a substantial lead, 49 victory points to 34. But I think victory point hexes will be the key, and whoever can, if they could keep from being decimated or losing any more steps, that's where you score points in this game. Victory point hexes and casualties. We'll be back. All set for the early afternoon turns. Just 3 more left. We are all set here. We have all the command markers back in there. We'll roll for Lee's influence. We have all the artillery markers out here. Now the Union still controls Cemetery Hill victory point hex. That means we could yank one of these out of the artillery draw cup and assign it to whatever unit we want. And I think it's time for the Grand Battery. We just got to figure out which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be, 2nd Divisions. We see a lot of their units around here. So although we do have some appenders, but that's what you got to do. Look at what group of units we want to use that Grand Battery with. So maybe it might be advantageous to hold off on it, but we do have the Longstreet shit. And you can see here that Longstreet special command marker affects, you can see their colors there. Dark color, lighter color, and then light. So all 3 of these are within, I guess, Longstreet's command. And we'll check that out. I'm pretty sure. I think we got to play that on this turn. We'll see. We'll be right back. Okay, well, the rule says starting on turn 14, so we could use them within the next 3 turns. The only thing is, Union's coming. They're on their way. We want to snatch on this spot here. We best do it per quick haste. Let's see here what we got. Longstreet. Now, it does also say, and I was just telling you this, that these are the formations. I don't think they are. Let's go over here to the battle book. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. All right, and where did I see it? May activate any 3 Confederate States of America formation regardless of core. All right, provided the furthest unit, so negate that. Any 3 units regardless of core. Regardless of core. That would help us out a bunch because we could use the people from 3rd Division. You know what I mean? Let me see here. Let me read that again. Longstreet may activate any 3 CSA formations, and these are the formations, regardless of core. I think this is what they mean on core, 1st, 2nd, 3rd Corps. I'm calling them divisions. I guess their divisions or corps might be the same thing, but these here are definitely formations. Provided the furthest units of all those formations are no more than 12 hexes, 11 intervening hexes apart from the other formations. Add 1 diral modifier, blah, 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 blah. Okay. That is for the Longstreet. I think now, like I said, would be the time to bring old Longstreet on into the battlefield and coordinate. He said 3 corps? Any 3 CSA formations. So we would activate Rhodes, Johnson, and Pender. Yeah, Pender. I mean, we got to pick and choose which ones. We got like 4 or 5 of them in here. But that's what you want to do. And like I said, I think now's be the key because we need to grab these spots, take some high ground, and hold up before they get here. And they got here quick. Scouts be telling them, sir, they're right here. You'd be going, what? Oh, yeah, so bravo for old Union 2nd Corps getting up there quick. All right, we'll see what's up. We will look at the strategize. We need to move all these things to the right side. Other than that, we're cocked and ready for turn 14. We'll be back. And it's a no-brainer. We're going to keep on giving that free artillery without having to be drawn, without taking a chance of it not being drawn. On, who is this? This is 12th Corps because they're holding our good old spot here. So there you go, our victory point hex. So we don't have to take a chance of them not getting artillery drawn, and we'll put the artillery marker with them. But these will all go into the draw cup for draw. Now, for the big artillery decision here, yeah, I do believe now is the time, so we will use a Grand Battery. Let me find out what 3 batteries will we use. I'll be right back. All right, decisions to be made. And I'm not even thinking that I'm going to use that Grand Battery this turn. We don't even know if we're going to use Longstreet this turn. We got to get guys into place. The only thing is, the Union's coming on down. Ideally, need to close this gap. Close this gap. And the only thing holding us here is this unit right here. We need to close this gap. That way we got... But then when we close this gap, we got to hold off here. But then we'll have this whole spot. Ooh, that would be nice. Need to get these units here, through here, over here, these boys here, right there. So therefore, we are going to hold off on the Grand Battery. We had them to Rhodes, we had them to Pickett, and we had them to Anderson. We might even hold off on the special command marker. So we're not even going to employ that. All these are going into the cup. I think we have to use it that way. We got to maneuver around. It might even be the very last turn for the grand battle. We'll see what's up. We got maneuvering to do. I don't want to waste anything here. So we'll go ahead and put all of these into the cup. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We established that from last turn. 9 will be drawn. And the last time it was 8 Confederates. 1 Union. So we'll make sure we shake this up real good. And no Grand Battery. And I don't think we're going to be using that Longstreet shit. I think that when you use that shit, it makes him the first chit draw. So we won't be using that. All right, let's see here. For our 9 artillery. 1, 2, 3. You need to do better already than I did last time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, a lot better. 7. Oh, 8 and 9. Whoa. So 4 for the Confederates. 5. Old Lady Luck shining on the Union, that's for sure. All right, well, that'll take care of that. No more artillery. The Confederate artillery will go for Johnson. He will have some. Confederate artillery go for Early. That helps definitely their cause and their plan. We have a 3rd Division artillery that covers Anderson, Heath, or Pender. If any of them should need it, them things are valuable. And, a McLaw artillery. So there you go. For the Union, we have a 5th Corps. We'll have artillery. 2nd Corps will have artillery. 1st Corps artillery. 6th Corps artillery. And 9th Corps artillery. So there you go. Artillery when those guys get drawn, if they will need it. And we have Hunt's guns down here. They're always available for Union players. So the Union player definitely has the artillery advantage. Let's go for Lee. Needs a 1 to get on the battlefield. And, almost. Lee could go the whole game without his influence. And I think his influence just gives, I don't know if it gives them all +1 or just a selected one, a +1 in their die roll. So it's just a little added extra. A little added extra. All right, let's see. We got everything ready to go. Take a break, make sure everything's all right with life, and then we come back down here and play some more, getting ready for turn 14. Wow. We got plans. There's always a plan. We're back. All right. Well, there's been a little bit of a war council, and we've made the decision that we are going to implement the Longstreet chit. Why? Because it lets you be the first chit draw. We can't take a chance. Cannot take one chance at all of this Corps here getting a chit draw. So we will intervene. We will use the Longstreet chit. More importantly, I think we're going to use Hood's men as one of them. Pender's men is one of them. And I guess Early. Ooh, I don't know. Hood's for sure. Pender. We got to get, in other words, anybody that can get around here. I don't know. We might have to have combat. Everything else. We got to clear this area and get here before they do. So it's the race to get into the buffer here. That way we can solidify our plans. These 2 guys are stones in our shoe. Somehow we can get established. It's all who can get established first. And then we can worry about attacking this. And we got all these guys behind us to deal with, but we need to get some men up around here if possible. It's going to be impossible here because he's got us locked in zone of control. Oh, yeah. There's no way through any of this. Oh, is there? Nope. Zone of control here. So Union's got us locked in. It might not be. Well, yeah, I think we're going to have to use Longstreet. I just got to find out now which one to use. We have to get there first. There's no way you can take a chance on these guys coming in and messing up the game. We'll be right back. So it's in the rules of the game. And like I said, it's either these group of troops. In other words, you got to remember the rule that if you leave a zone of control, you can't enter in another zone of control. We're going to have combat right away. The ones that are going to be activated with the Longstreet chit will be this stack, and this stack. Our main goal is just to get rid of this unit here. So it'll be an attack on this unit. If we can somehow get into this spot here, that'll help out 100%. So I think we're going to use the Longstreet chit. They will be the 3 activated. Do any of them have artillery? Hood has none. Oh, Pender has none. Oh, Pender's got divisional, so he could use that. And Early. Oh, Early does too. Okay, a little bit of luck. But like I said, that's what you have to do. If you leave a zone of control, you can't enter another one. I mean, we could have moved these guys out and stacked them here, did all kinds of other things. The key thing is we got to get that hex. There you go. There's some more people around here that weren't stacked. Other decision was maybe to go for this little spot here, but like I said, Here's where it's all coming from. So if we can get somebody in there, and that's not even guaranteed. They might overwhelm us, but we've got to get here to put a little bit of a delay and give us some kind of a chance. We've been using these men going through the woods to get up around. Now there's a chance to spring whatever we got left of the trap. Like, look at these. These guys are not full strength. They're half strength units, all suffered casualties. So it's the best we can do. I mean, it's almost a desperation move. These guys here would have been more fully strength, ready for an attack, but this is a decision that was made. We will roll with a +1 on each one of these movements. So for Hood, we'll roll. Oh, we got to take their markers out of here. That's right. Oh, let me see here. Remove their marker. Hood gets a 4. So on Hood's men, we will go with 6. Next will be Pender. Oh, wait, hold on. Hood with a 5. You get the +1 with the marker, so that gives him 8. So that 4 is a 5 because this marker gives him a +1. So we'll have to remember that on the next one. And for high roll. 3 is a 4 for Pender. Where's Pender? 3 turns out to be a 4. That's 8 movement points we'll be doing for Pender's men. And last but not least, Early. Early's men with a +1. All right. Early comes through. That'll help with any placement. He'll be able to move 10 movement points. So then Pender, Early, and Hood will be part of Longstreet's little offensive. We'll be right back. Taking the Longstreet marker off. It has been used. I guess we can put it here on the turn track, but we got all the markers here that have been used over this little pile. So used Confederate Special Command markers there. And we will start moving our men with Hood, and he will get 8 movement points. What does Hood's men want to do with it? With this Longstreet amongst them, directing or commanding the troops' movements. We'll be right back. All right, Hood coming through and getting behind Caldwell's corps into the woods. Now, we even thought about going here. This would not have constituted a mandatory attack. So even against this one here, but they were on higher elevation. We're in the woods. That might have been debatable. I'm pretty sure we could have stayed there, though. But we'll stay here. Next will be Pender. And Pender, with his roll, have 8 movement points. We'll see what the Pender Brigade wants to do. All right, again, could have got Pender into that little wood spot. There's a good spot there. I'd love to get troops in that. I think our main obligation now has to be to eliminate that unit. And y'all know that those pesky Union boys got those damn hunt guns. So you want to throw as many attack factors as possible. Next is Early, and Early crushed it with 10 movement points. We'll have to see what the odds are there. They only have a 1. So right now we're looking at a 4-1. It will give them another 2. We're going to add a gun with ours. I really could use some units right here for big blocking action. Ooh, specifically here and here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it'd block them, but man, that would help. We'll see what we want to do. We'll be right back. All right, Early's troops not learning a lesson from earlier Confederate moves. We get too far ahead of people, but that will throw a nice little zone of control around here, and with they'd have to get a good bunch of movement points to get over this hill through the woods and behind us. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty solid area. We will take the Confederate combat marker and place it on turn number 14. We are taking our combat. We're going to have a lone battle right here. I would see if there's any more combats we want to do. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah, let's see here. Let me, yeah, I think we're going to have another combat going on. We just want to get the old double day for my brigade out of the way. And we already rolled for their terrain effectiveness. They got a 4. So that number over there is 4, which is pretty good, pretty average. Let's see how I want to do it. Combat time, key battle, early afternoon, turn 14. We got back. All right, well, life is getting in the way, but before it gets too far ahead, I want to show you guys the attacks that'll be These two units here in this hex going against this hex, and these two also participating. No artillery for anybody here. He has divisional artillery. He has corps artillery. Next attack. These two hexes, or these two units in this hex, this one unit in this hex, and this one unit in this hex, versus this unit. This unit here, I think, isn't going to participate. It's not a mandatory attack. If he attacks here, somebody's got to attack this boy here, I think. We'll have to figure that on out. But so far, it's these three. He has artillery and he has artillery. Let's see if they could use artillery on each other. He's artillery. Yep, they're both artillery. What would be the right word? Violations. There's no artillery because they're both in wood, so we'll take the artillery off of here. Is there anybody that's in the clear? Now he's in the clear, so he could probably have artillery. Who is that? Pender don't have no regular artillery, and there's no other artillery available to him, so there you go. That'll be that. He's got artillery. Oh, but when you're in the woods, oh, that's right. When you're in the woods, you can shoot out into somebody clear, so Doubleday can't use his artillery. There you go. Against this one here, all you need is one to be able to use it, so you can use your artillery. Other than that, he's in the woods, and nobody can shoot at him. There you go. Check out any more clear terrain. That's woods, and clear. So he's the only one that qualifies, and you can use artillery in the woods shooting out into the clear, so he'll get one for him. We'll get none for them. Meanwhile, these will all get artillery. The laughing you hear is the dog coming on up. So that's it. I don't know if we have time to roll for the attack. Well, that will be it. We're just looking at the particulars and assigning artillery. If he attacks this hex, every adjacent hex has to be attacked. Oh, we'll check that out. I'm pretty sure there's a non-mandatory here in the woods, but that precedent about every adjacent unit being attacked, I think, takes precedent, but we're not sure what we can do here. I'm thinking about just leaving him be, having the attack be these three. We'll see how it goes. We'll be back. We're going to expand it. This hex attacking this hex, 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 and this hex attacking this hex. So we'll get a 4-to-1 attack on this. Ooh, artillery for him? No. It's being used over here. Oh. Let me see. Third. That'll be Pender. Pender has no artillery. Early does have artillery, so he can use it. Is he in the woods, though? Yeah, he's in the woods, so no artillery be allowed anywhere. All right. There you go. 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3 for the Confederate combat phase right off the bat. And it's using the Jackson, or rather, no, I'm sorry, my correction. The Longstreet Special Command Marker allows us to do this. All right, Johnson's artillery, we've decided cannot be used, so we'll put that back over here with Johnson, and either can Early's, because it's a woods rule. All right, whenever we get a chance to come back, we will resolve the combats or the battles. Well, about a week later, it's been a long time since I've been able to sit down here and just finish up with this battle. But will we be able to finish this game this weekend? I don't think so. It's going to be very busy. As a matter of fact, old GWG is getting married this weekend. It's my married weekend. We're Sunday, actually. We're going to do it up at our park. And, yeah, so it's kind of going to be a little bit hectic. It's got maybe an hour or two here, free time here in the morning. I'm going to try to sneak in some moves. And we want to get on to some other games. But having a great time with this one. It's just that time is of the essence, and we have very little of it. Let's go ahead around here. We're going to see what's going on with this attack. This is a big part of the game, too. And I've been dying to get down here and check it out. Every once in a while, I'll get down here ready to make some moves and live calls. So we're going to try to sneak it in here before we get caught. Having some fun. Let's see here. We have this attack's going to involve this unit Ooh, this unit and this unit. I think these two are going to go for that. Yeah, that'll be it. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack factors going against 3. And it would have been a 2-to-1 attack. But old Hunt's guns, or rather the artillery on the Union side, is really coming to effect and had a lot to do with a lot of these battles. So that'll be a 1-to-1 attack. We got all kinds of terrain modifiers and everything else we'll check out here real quick first. Oh, woods. Let's see, 1-to-1 attack. Nobody gets any modifiers, and everybody's got to roll for the attacker. All right, now for woods modifiers, I don't see any defensive modifier. Are we going? Everybody going up the hill? Somebody up? We're all on the same level, so no going up the hill defensive modifier for the Union. So it's just a 1-to-1 attack with no die roll modifiers. The Union have to roll a, what was his number? The Vermont was rolled for his tactical effectiveness, and that was for 4. Marker there that he rolled. So what that did was gave Mr. Ray Sear gave you a little chance to have a couple of these units as a rating as let me see here, untouched or oh shoot, I put the word slip in my mind. They haven't seen combat, so you're going to roll and find out what their effectiveness is. So we'll go ahead and roll for that. Theirs is 4 or less and no die roll modifiers for them to stay in the position. If they get anything like a retreat, they're up Schitt's Creek because they got they're going against everybody's zones of control. So 4 or less as rolled on that table up here. Oh, wrong die. Union die. 4 or less. He gets a 3 with no modifier. So they held out. Wow. And that was all depending upon their roll. Because they were, I guess, untested in combat is the word I'm looking for. So you rolled for their terrain effect or tactical effectiveness rating. And he held out with a 3. All right, well, that makes a bit. That blows the whole party out of the water. Let's see what we do here now. We'll go for the Confederates again. We'll find out what it cost them not to do anything in these woods. So they might take some casualties. 4 or less with the Confederate red die. 2, so he passes. Our next one will be right here. 4 or less. 4, he takes it. Last one will be over here. 4 or less. And everybody comes out unscathed. Alright, that'll take care of that attack. Oh, I just dropped my pointer. Hold on a second real quick. Alright, everything untouched in that combat. Our next one right here will involve our units on our victory point hex. So we'll have to see how this turns out. What kind of call this was. Alright, I'm looking at a 4-to-1. Alright. No artillery. 4-to-1 attack on this one. I gotta get my spectacles on. I can't see down there with the terrain. I don't think he's in a hill. We'll be right back. He's on the same level. This unit here on Culp's Hill is actually going downhill. So it's a 4-to-1 attack, which means we'll be minusing a 3 on the Confederates roll, but adding a 3 on the Union side. So the Union side needs a 3-to-1. He's in the woods, no die roll modifiers. Or needs a 3 or less. This old boy here, 3 or less with a +3 on his roll because it's a 4-to-1 attack. Alright, so we get a 5. That'll reduce him. That'll take care of him. Let me see. Yep, he's already reduced. Are we on the right spot? Let me see here. Where are we at? Yeah, we had these 2 boys attacking this one. These 3 attacked this one. Alright, he's eliminated. So we'll take off him. That'll give the Confederates a victory point. Now I'll roll for the ones who attacked. All right, as we'll see, he's on Culp's Hill. He's got a 5, so that was a smart move. But we still might pay for it. We'll see what goes on. 5 or less with a -3 because of the 4-to-1 attack. -3 for the attacker. So yeah, we'll see what goes on here. We need 5 or less. That's how you do that. All right. Next one here, 4 or less with a -3. There you go. So we will advance. Oh, this is a pretty strong unit here, but I don't want to leave my spot unprotected. So I guess the only thing to do would be to move here. It won't be a mandatory attack, I don't think, because we're in the woods. But that to take care of that attack. All right, this is what's going on here now. Now for the big. This one kind of, well, this one helped a little bit. We really wanted, if we would have got this unit out, we would have solidified our rear. But this attack here is going to make a big impact. Let's see, we got 1, 2, I'm seeing 3, 4 with the artillery, 5. And it would have been a 5-to-1, but we added some, they had their formational guns. So it's a 5-to-2. So instead of a 5-to-1, we have a 2-to-1. 3, 4, 5 versus a 2. Yeah, 2-to-1 attack. In the clear, nothing going on there, and the artillery was able to be used on both sides. So 2-to-1 attack is -1 for the Confederates, +1 for the Union. Right here, now Union's got a 3 or less with a +1. 3 or less with a +1. They get it. All right, so they hold. Wow, Union holding on a key position. All right, let's go here now. Ooh, 3 -1. 3 -1. Ouch, costly attack. Well, that'll take care of him, giving them a victory point. Next one, 4 or less, -1. He did it. And last but not least, in Hood, Richardson's brigade, 3 or less, -1. All right, so that is a result of the battle and the disposition of the forces. Get you a little look there. And when we come back, we're going to assign victory points. We'll be ready for another chit draw of the. Have they both have combat? Nope, just the Confederates. So that took care of Confederate combat. I'll make sure there ain't no other residuals or anything. And when we come back, we have a mandatory attack. So unless this unit gets moved, let's see if this chit's been drawn yet. No, this chit has not been drawn. Unless he moves, his chit's drawn. They're going to have a combat phase. That's how this game works. So even though the attack wasn't successful, they put the burden on the Union, and they might have to have a combat round because the results of the lingering results of the Confederate combat. Let's see here. Early, did he go over there too? Better make sure we got everything going on here. We'll be right back. All right, then when smoke clears, that is definitely not the result the Union wanted. And the heroes for the Union will be Doubleday's Vermont Brigade and old, 2nd Corps. Oh, that's Caldwell, huh? But it's Cross's brigade, so I don't know if that's a Caldwell who's in charge of 2nd Corps. So there you go. They're the ones that hanged on. They're still at full strength. Hanging on at full strength even. So, next chit draws will be of the utmost importance. I think the score now is going to be 50. Oh, yep. Yep, 50 to 35. Yeah, it went up from 34 to 35 and from 49 to 50. So there you go. 50 for the rebels, 35 points for the Union. Adjust the score. We'll be right back. We're getting ready to call it a video because we've been recording for a while. We haven't updated everybody what's going on. I just got these casualties here now into their divisions. You can see the 1st, Hood, and then McLaw in the 1st Division, 2nd Division. There, 3rd Division, and of course Heath. There's 3rd Division. Man, really taking a bunch of casualties. And the loss of the Davis Brigade, that question mark number was a 5, so it was a bad die roll for him to be hammered twice. He had 2 bad die rolls. Had to make a 5 or less, and he must have rolled a 5 or 6. Oh, well, must have rolled a 6 because he needed a 5 or less. So yeah, 2 6s nailed Heath. Bad luck on that account. Let's see what goes on here. All these artillery are taken up. We're ready for another die roll while we still have the time. Oh, let's see. Or not a die roll, another chit draw. I've got my mind thinking all kinds of things. Let me take a break here, make sure everything's good. Let me come back because the boards have been sitting here for a while. I just want to make sure everything's in the right spot. And we'll get ready for another command marker draw. Back with another command marker. Yep. Command marker is what they call them here. Keep on thinking they're chits, but either or. Let's go ahead and get us another chit. All right. And who will it be? Man, that thing's full. You know what? That's right. The Rebels took their gamble early, so unless there's any residuals, yeah, it's all manure for the Rebels until next turn. Wow, I don't know if I agree with that mechanic, but I'm sure he's got reasons behind it, and I'm sure he's got interviews that tells you all about it. Let's see what goes on here. It is Heath, so it'll stay the Union. Well, let's see what we have here. Yeah, it'll stay the Confederate combat. It was Confederate combat last time, so there they are. We got Heath, but Heath is got no more division. So we'll put him on over there. No more moves for Heath. We'll see. We're right on that. Yeah, I think he is gone. Heath, the whole division has been rendered combat ineffective. Oh, this thing's going to get in my way again. I can see all this happening. Let's get him out of the way. And sleeves like this, bad for war gamers. Roll them suckers on up. Bad for war gamers. All right, let's see here. Next command shit draw. Ooh, it almost needs to be the Confederates again. See if they can keep it up. This cannot be a... Oh, and it is the Union turn. So it is turned, and the Union can take effect. Who is it for the Union? It is 12th Corps. They are, we're in the battlefield. Are they done too? Oh, the only one we got for 12th Corps, I think it's the one up here in the cemetery. Yeah. Wow. Oh, we got two of them here, and they're in the thick of it. Find out what we're going to do with their die roll. Ooh, I just rimmed and stayed in. A 3. Oh, let me see here. Oh, 12th Corps. They have artillery. We have a mandatory attack coming up. It was not him that got drawn, so we got to figure all this into our turn here. A 3 equals 6 movement points. Ah, that's not a good draw, because I only got two. I got 2 units, him and him. And it's going to be a combat phase. Bite in the ass for the Union. Big bite in the ass. Ooh, do we want to have a combat here now? Those aren't mandatory. Also would have came on through. Do they have artillery? No, they do not, but we do have Hunt's guns. Whew, okay, let me figure out. We might not even move them, but we do have mandatory attack coming on. This guy's got to attack him in the woods. That is not good. It looks like it's a 1 to 3 attack unless he's got artillery. Well, we always got Hunt's guns, so let's see what we want to do. We'll be right back for 12th Corps movement. The only brigades they got is here on the Victory Point Hex, and down here guarding this hill. I don't see anything else really to do. We'll be right back. The ones who had the chit draw, staying put. First mandatory attack, 1 to 3. Woods provides no defensive modifier, but with 1 to 3 attack, ooh, the defenders don't even roll. We're rolling for with a -2 or +2. So if they stay put, I guess they're shooting the heck out of us, and we got to shoot back. And they got the advantage because they're in the woods. So with a +2, we got to get a 3 or less. And we don't roll for the attacker. Not good. That was pretty much the result. All right. We had a +2. That turns into a 7. That means I have to retreat 4 hexes. The difference between 7 and 3. And I suffer a step loss. So luckily I got a pathway out. Oh, no. Wow. Yeah, I should have known. Every time you got a 1-3 unit, he's only a 1-stepper, so he'll be eliminated. And then so that attack, although it didn't have its effect right away, the residual effects is they're gone. I got the spot cleared out. And another victory point, making it 51-35 Confederates. And oh, that might do it for the 12th Corps. Or no, 2nd Corps. Look at all those casualties. The 2nd Corps. Definitely decimated. This is my favorite word on that one. Okay, now for the big attack. That was our mandatory attack. Now, this attack we don't have to do now, but we're going to go ahead and do it. And we have, no artillery for 3rd Corps. Okay, we'll take one of these batteries. We'll take reserve battery A and add it to this attack. Hunt's guns. But unfortunately for us, McLaw, does have available artillery. So there you go. Take our little marker, put it there to the side. Let's see what the attack entails. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. 1 to 1. All right. These guys are all coming up a hill, but let's move these guys to the side real quick. They are on equal ground, negating any advantage. Now, ideally, we would have wanted to get somebody behind them. Well, maybe I don't have to take the... Oh, I got to take the combat. Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. All right, hold on. Since we're playing myself, and I'm such a dumbass, let me think about this. Ooh. 6th Corps hasn't had their shit drawn. Our combat round has already been taken, so we can't have mandatory combat. We can't move into a combat situation. I was going to say if I moved him into here, they'd give me my flank attack, but I can't voluntarily move into a combat situation, only if I have a residual after this. So we're going to have to go ahead with this attack, even though it's a shitty one. Oh, I thought I had 2 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That damn artillery versus an 8. Or versus a 4. 5. Oh, man, it would have got me 2 to 1, but we're looking at one attack with 5. So, that's what it is. All right, 1 to 1. No die roll modifiers, and everybody has to roll, and I guess it's just a matter of who has their tactical effectiveness. And the ones up there on the hill are pretty strong. I was looking for some kind of modifier. Oh, yeah, it's just a matter of... All right, let's go for the Union, or for the Confederates. 5 or less. Not a good attack there, GWG, but it's the only, we had to take a chance. 5 or less with the Confederate die. Oh, there you go. I finally trimmed up my nails. Although I hit 1, they got pretty close. So I don't know about that. And plus, you can't use them if you got no nails. You got no board dexterity. But anyway, I had to keep my Palmolive hands for the channel. All right, let's see here. 5 or less with no modifier. Need a 6. 1. They're not going nowhere. 4 or less. This is going to be costly. I can tell already. That was a bad omen. 6. Well, there you go. There's 1. Ooh, so he'll suffer a step loss. Ooh, that'll help us out. That'll help the cause. And he will have to retreat 2 hexes. Wow. The only way out is this way. 1. Then he can go this way. 2. Suffers a step loss. Gives us another victory point. This stays in Confederate hands, but for how long? that was a good defense. Now we'll find out what the cost is to the Union. That's part of this game you do, is just find out what the cost is to the... There ain't no, traditional type combats. All right, we got a 1-to-1 attack and no modifiers, and we've already established that he is higher, but these boys here were on the same level, so that negates it. 2 or less with no modifier. Yeah, that's not going to work. Another victory point for the Confederates, and we have to retreat 4 hexes. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put them next to the victory point spot. Right there. That's almost a little mini victory for the Confederates there. All right, get the reserve artillery off. 3 or less. With no modifier. Looking for low rolls, boys. Ouch. We'll pay for that stupid decision. Another victory point for the Confederates. And the difference between 5 and 3 is 2. We can't go that way. We'll go 1, 2 into the woods, I guess. That's how it's shaping on up. All right, now 3 or less for the next group. That attack was definitely ill-advised. No die roll modifiers. He'll stay put. 4 or less for the next one. No die roll modifiers. All right. That is a result Oh, some bad generalship right there. But now, we've already established there in the wheat field, no mandatory attack obligations. So I don't see any other ones either around the board. Oh, let me see here. I think we're pretty good. Everybody else is pretty well hunkered down in the woods facing each other. Nobody is required to fire. That is it. Wow. All right, we got an updated score. We're going to go ahead and draw another chit here, though. Yeah, let me take a break. And let's call this a video. Let's call this has been a long video. I don't want to get it too long. When we come back, we got command chit draws. Don't go anywhere. We're in the middle of the action here in the early afternoon. Shit's hitting the fan. We only got 2 turns left. Calling it a video. We'll be right back.